press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back. So the last topic regarding D and F block elements, that is actinides, and followed by the applications of D and F block elements. Applications means uses of D and F block elements are left. So today the topic is actinides, which is belongs to F block elements. Already we know that F block elements are also called as inner transition elements. So today the topic name is the F block elements only. The F block elements. On these F block elements, that is actinoids. Already we studied about lanthanides. Lanthanides including lanthanum, atomic number 58 to atomic number 71. Atomic number 58 to atomic number 71, 14 elements, including lanthanum, 15 elements are called as lanthanides. Those are cerium to lutetium, including with lanthanum. On other hand, actinides. Actinides are belongs to 5F series elements. Actinides are belongs to 5F series elements. Atomic number 89. Atomic number 89 is called as actinium. 89 atomic number is actinium, followed by 90. What is 90? 90 is named as thorium. 90 is named as thorium. 90 to 103. What is 103? Lr. Lr means lawrencium. Including 89. Including actinium. Atomic number 90 is thorium. Thorium to atomic number 103. Atomic number 103 is said to be lawrencium. These elements are said to be actinoids, and actinoids are belongs to 5F series. Actinides are belongs to 5F series. In these actinoids, you should remember one point: all are radioactive elements. All are radioactive elements. Thorium, protoactinium, uranium. Atomic number 90 is thorium, 91 protoactinium, 92 uranium. These three elements are naturally occur radioactivity elements: thorium, protoactinium, uranium. Thorium, protoactinium, uranium elements are naturally occurring radioactivity elements. Due to this, the half-life is more. Half-life is more because these are naturally occurring radioactivity elements. After uranium, followed by the elements. Uranium atomic number, we know that uranium atomic number is equals to 92. Atomic number 92 is uranium. Suppose if you go to 93, what is 93? 93 is a neptunium. 94 is a plutonium. 95 is a americium. 96 is a curium. If you go to 100 is a fermium. So up to 103 are belongs to actinides only. After 92, Z greater than 92. Z greater than 92 are said to be transuranic elements. Transuranic elements. Transuranic elements. These all are man-made elements. All are transuranic elements. atomic number greater than 92. Atomic number greater than 92 elements are called as transuranic elements. These are man-made elements. While less than 92, 3 elements are there. One is thorium, protoactinium, uranium. These are naturally occurring radioactive elements, and in this the half-lives will be more. While coming to this remaining elements half-lives, short half-lives, short, that is 1 day to 3 minutes, 1 day to 3 minutes. Half-life already we know, half-life 1 gram radioactivity, 1 gram radioactivity compound or 1 gram radioactivity element to becomes half gram. The duration, the time, the requirement of time is called as half time or half-life. Why it becomes half gram? Why it becomes half gram means there is no alternate, because of those are unstable. For stability, they liberate alpha particles, beta particles, gamma particles spontaneously for stability. Then the percentage of the reactants will be gradually decreases. The time taken from 1 gram to half gram is said to be half-life. So here thorium, protoactinium, uranium. Thorium, protoactinium, uranium are naturally occurring radioactivity elements, and half-life will be the more half-life. And after uranium the elements neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, californium, some elements was there. Those are man-made elements. Those are also called as synthetic elements, are also called as transuranic elements, and the half-life will be very, very less, that is 1 day to 3 minutes only. 1 day to 3 minutes. So what are actinides? Actinides are belongs to 5F series. The position of the actinides in the modern periodic table is the bottom of the periodic table. These actinides are belongs to F block elements. These are also called as inner transition elements. The study of actinides, the chemistry of actinides are so difficult. The chemistry of actinides are so difficult. Why the chemistry of actinides are so difficult? Because the existence of the actinides are greater range of oxidation state. Due to the greater range of oxidation states. Why the chemistry of actinides are difficult means the existence of actinides. They exist as a greater number of oxidation states. Already we studied in last class regarding lanthanides. Lanthanides common oxidation number +3. +3 common oxidation number, and stable oxidation number also +3. And if some elements exhibit +4, some elements exhibit +2, they act as oxidizing and reducing agents because of stable oxidation number +3. On other hand, if you would like studied about the actinides, the chemistry of actinides was very, very difficult. Why it was difficult means they are exhibit large number of oxidation states, and these all are radioactivity elements, man-made activity elements. Due to these two reasons, the chemistry of actinides are so difficult. They existence more than one oxidation state. Why they exist more than one oxidation state? We have to revise this point. What will be the configuration of actinides? Actinides configuration, electronic configuration. Once you observe this electronic configuration, then you will get idea about this. Electronic configuration 7s. 7s2 is fixed for all elements, 7s2. So due to that you should write 7s followed by 6d and 5f. This will be the outermost electronic configuration of actinides. 7s2, some elements 6d1 followed by what? 5f1 to 14. One of the important point was regarding this actinides. The starting element of actinide is thorium. In thorium there is no F electrons. This point was very, very important. There is no presence of F electrons. Already these all are belongs to 5F series, but thorium is an example. Which element, which actinide doesn't contain F electrons? Which element doesn't contain F electrons in actinides? What will be the answer is thorium. Atomic number thorium is 90. Atomic number thorium 90. So how to write the electronic configuration thorium 90? Already we know helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon 54, radon 86, radon 86, atomic number of radon 86 followed by 7s2, 86, 87, 88 followed by 6d2, 5f0. This is very interesting point, my dear students, make a note, this was very important. Thorium belongs to 5f series, but absence of F electrons. All are radioactivity elements. Starting 3 elements are naturally occurring radioactivity elements. Latter artificial. Artificial means synthetic radioactivity elements, man-made radioactivity elements. Due to that, latter elements half-lives will be short life and earlier elements half-life will be more. Why the study of chemistry of actinides were so difficult means those all are radioactivity compounds, and the existence of what it is, greater number of oxidation states. Why they exist greater number of oxidation states? Why lanthanides are not exist greater number of oxidation states? We have to revise. We have to think about this. Why only actinides exist greater number of oxidation states? Why cannot lanthanides exist greater number of oxidation state? So simple, one and only reason was there regarding this. In actinide configuration 7s, 6d, 5f. N plus L values. We know in atomic chemistry N plus L values. N value 7s. 7s is what? 7 plus 0 is equals to 7. For s orbital L value 0. For s orbital L value 0. Next is 6d. 6d, 6 plus 1 is equals to 6 plus 2 is equals to 8, and 5f, 5 plus 3 is equals to what? 8. See this, 7s, 7, 6d, 6 plus 2, already we know L values are we said to be 0, 1, 2, 3, S, P, D, F. For s orbital L value 0, for p orbital L value 1, d and f orbitals 2 and 3. So here 7, 6d 5f configuration, once you observe 6d 5f configuration, 6d 5f configuration n plus values are approximately same, approximately what it is same. So this only the reason. What will be the reason means the energy difference between 7s, 6d and 5f will be not considerable. Will be not considerable means will be minimum due to that excitation, de-excitation takes place, due to that these elements are existence greater number of oxidation states. What will be the reason means the energy gap is not considerable. Which energy gap? The outermost electronic configuration energy gap. Those are 7s, 6d and 5f. 7s, 6d, 5f energy gaps are not considerable. Due to that reason, the existence of actinides are greater number of oxidation states, and these all are radioactivity elements. Due to these two reasons, the chemistry of actinides will be not expand, only minimum information was there regarding these actinides, because all are man-made elements except 3, and these all actinides are belongs to 5f series. This was a general electronic configuration 7s, 6d, 5f. Thorium doesn't contain any f electron, and let us discuss about the oxidation numbers. Already we know lanthanides are stable oxidation number +3. Beside +3, lanthanides exhibit +2 and +4 oxidation state also, due to the stable configuration F0, stable configuration F14 or stable configuration F7. Clear it is. Already we discussed in last class this point. Stable oxidation number of lanthanide is +3. beside plus 3, some elements exhibit plus 2 and some more elements exhibit plus 4. What will be the reason? Means stable electronic configuration, that is half filled electronic configuration or full filled electronic configurations are more stable than partially filling electronic configuration. So, common and stable oxidation state in lanthanides plus 3. Same in actinides also, stable oxidation state is plus 3. Stable oxidation state is plus 3. And once you observed in thorium, how many electrons are present in outermost? 2 electrons are present in s orbital, 2 electrons are present in d orbital. Removal of these 4 electrons, then it becomes stable radon, noble gas configuration. So, thorium stable configuration is plus 4. Thorium stable oxidation number is plus 4. So, once you observe these points regarding this, after thorium if you are going to protoactinium, you should write here 1, uranium you should write 2, 6, because the energy gap of 7s, 6d, 4f are not considerable. Due to that splitting takes place, electrons jumps from lower energy levels to higher energy level without taking any risk, because of gap will be very, very minimum. Due to the minimum gap, they can jump from lower energy levels to higher energy level, because if number of unpaired electrons are more, they can ready to participating in the bond formation. How bond form takes place? Means bond takes place with respect to the number of unpaired only. More number of unpaired, more bond. Less number of unpairs, less bond. But your gap is minimum gap. 7s, 6d, 5f gap is minimum, not considerable gap. Due to that reason, electrons are easily jump from S to D, D to F like that. Due to that, as number of unpaired electrons are increases, number of bonds increases, and oxidation states also variation takes place. Clear it is. So, these are the general points regarding actinides. Actinides are belongs to 5F series. Actinides atomic number 90, 89 actinium, followed by 90 thorium 2, 103 lawrencium, total 15 elements including actinium, and all are radioactivity elements, and thorium, protoactinium, uranium, naturally occurring radioactivity elements. Due to that half-life will be more. Uranium, after uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, californium, fermium, lawrencium, whatever the elements are there, those all elements are said to be artificial or synthetic or man-made elements. Those are called as transuranic elements, and the half-life will be very, very less, that is nearly 1 day to 3 minutes. And the electronic configuration outermost, we have to check that electronic configuration of actinides 7s, 6d and 5f. The gap is in between 7s, 6d, 5b, 5f is not considerable. Due to that electrons easily jump from lower energy to level to higher energy level. Due to that the chemistry of actinides are very, very difficult. And one more point, these all are radioactivity elements. So, the chemistry of actinides was not so far vast or not expanded due to the existence of greater number of oxidation states. And all actinides and thorium is belongs to actinium, thorium is belongs to actinide, but thorium does not contain any F electron. Thorium does not contain any F electron, and here once you consider, let us consider, suppose I have some examples, is actinium plus 3 followed by thorium 4, protoactinium, uranium, and neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, and followed by like that 100, if is 100 is fermium, and last one is a lawrencium, mendelevium. Total 14 elements are there, and while going to left to right, thorium is plus 4, and protoactinium plus 5, uranium plus 6, neptunium plus 7, plutonium plus 7. Maximum oxidation state in actinides, maximum oxidation state is actinides was neptunium plus 7, plutonium plus 7, but stable oxidation state of actinides is plus 3. All are plus 3 stable oxidation state. Beyond plus 3 or beside plus 3, some more elements are exhibit to plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7 oxidation states also. Why these are exhibit +4, +5, +6, +7 oxidation states means what is the reason? One and only the reason, that is 7s 6d 5f gap. 7s 6d 5f gap is not considerable the gap due to the minimum energy is takes place between the levels 7s level, 6d level, 5f levels. So, some more elements, the earlier elements only exhibit the maximum number of oxidation states, that is +7. +7 you found in neptunium, +7 you found in plutonium, not in americium, not in curium, not in americium, not in curium. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. If you are taking 95 americium, 95 americium means what will be the configuration of americium? It is simply you should write radon. We know that radon is 86 and 7s2 87, 88 followed by 5f7, 88, 7, 95. See, this is abnormal. Why it was abnormal? Because of it is a 5f7. 5f7 is a half filled electronic configuration, f orbital. There is no presence of d orbital. General configuration, what I said, it is 7s 6d 5f. Some elements 6d configuration takes place. Some more elements only 7s 6d 0 we should write, 6d 0, 6d 0 followed by 5f. Due to that reason, this americium and curium, americium-curium electronic configurations we should write like this only. Clear it is. So, radon 86, 7s2, 5f7 is the americium electronic configuration. It is stable electronic configuration. Why it is stable electronic configuration? Because half filled electronic configuration. So, these actinides exhibit variable oxidation states due to the energy gap is not considerable, is in between 7s 6d and 5f energy gaps, and these all actinides are silvery white. When exposed to alkali, these are tarnished, these are become black, all are silvery white elements, and reactivity of actinides is more compared with lanthanides, and already we discussed in lanthanides the size can be expressed in the form of lanthanide contraction. How that lanthanide contraction takes place in 3d series, 4d series to 5d series. Here also one more contraction also there, that contraction is called as actinide contraction. Actinide contraction is completely same, but lanthanide contraction gradual decrease of atomic radii or ionic radii from lanthanum to lutetium is said to be lanthanide contraction. Here from element to element actinide contraction is effect will be more for element to element. In lanthanides, the element to element the size is considerable decrease, we can significant, but here we cannot significant. Significant means the size is gradually decrease from left to right. But here element to element actinide contraction is more. Element to element actinide contraction is more due to the 5f poor screening of 5f orbitals. Poor screening of 5f orbitals. So you should remember this point, my dear students. Actinide contraction is stronger than lanthanide contraction. Lanthanide contraction is not significant, but actinide contraction is significant. Why? Because of 5f is poor screening. 5f screens poor. 5f screens poor. Due to this actinide contraction is significant with element to element. And all actinides are silvery white elements. When exposed to alkali, they become tarnished, they become black. And what about the reactivity means? Reactivity of actinides are more. These are very more reactive compared with lanthanides. These all are directly react with hydrochloric acid. All actinides, you should write AC. AC is considered as actinides. Actinides are all are reacts with hydrochloric acid. Some elements only reacts with nitric acid. Some elements only reacts with nitric acid because of some elements can form oxide layer. You know that passivity. Due to the passivity, all the elements are not reacts with nitric acid. So moreover, the elements are reacts with hydrochloric acid. But few elements are reacts with what it is? Nitric acid. So these are the properties of actinides, and ionization potential values are very low because of These are belongs to metals. Metals ionization potentials generally low, and low potentials means more electropositive elements. Electropositivity is more. You should remember this point also. Ionization potential values are quite less, and these all are strong electropositive elements. And all actinides stable oxidation number is +2, +3, and +2 is not rare. In actinides, +2 oxidation state is very rare, but in lanthanides +2 oxidation state is there. Europium +2 is there, ytterbium +2 is there. In lanthanides +2 oxidation state is there, but in actinides +2 oxidation state is very rare it is. Minimum is +3 stable, maximum is +7 by neptunium, +7 by plutonium. +7 neptunium, +7 plutonium. You should remember these points, revise these points, because of these are very important for examination point of view. And all are the highly reactivity. The highly reactivity, when these are highly reactive means in powdered form, not in solid form. When these are finely powdered, the reactivity will be increases. When these are finely powdered, the reactivity will be increases. All are silvery white. Ionization potential values very less. Electropositivity more. Reactivity is more in powdered, and common oxidation number is +3. These are ready to form complex compounds. These are also form oxonium ions. Oxonium ions means UO2 plus, THO2 plus, some oxides with actinides with positive charges, oxonium ions. Lanthanides cannot form oxonium ions. Actinides can form oxonium ions. Lanthanides cannot form complex compounds. Actinide can form complex compounds. Lanthanides +3 stable oxidation state, beyond +3, +2 all, +4 also takes place. In actinides +3 is there, beyond +3, +4, +5, +6, +7 oxidation states also present, but +2 is rare. +2 is rare. Lanthanides are less basic, actinides are more basic. This point you should keep in your mind, my dear students. Lanthanides basicity is less, actinides basicity is more. These are the comparisons between lanthanides versus actinides, which are more basic, which are less basic. Lanthanide configuration 6s, 5d, 4f. Actinides configuration 7s, 6d, 5f. The energy gap of 7s, 6d, 5f is not considerable. So, these are the chemistry of actinides, and followed by some important applications of D and F block elements. What are the important applications? Important uses. Important uses of D and F block elements. Important uses of D and F block elements. What are the important uses of D and F block elements? Simple, we should already we studied D block elements as well as F block elements. Iron, steel. Number 1, iron and steel. Iron and steel are the important materials for construction. For construction, we require compulsory what? We require iron as well as steel. These two are said to be constructing materials. Without iron, without steel, there is no construction of buildings, no construction of bridges, nothing. There will be no. Clear? So, iron and steel are participating a major role in construction department. And second one is stainless steel. Stainless steel is used to making utensils. Used to making what it is utensils, and large number of variety articles. Large number of variety articles. Large number of variety articles. Large number of variety articles and utensils we should prepare from stainless steel. And MnO2. MnO2 very important. This is MnO2. You put 1 star for this. Is used to recharge What about that dry battery cells? Dry battery cells. Dry battery cells. Dry battery cells we can use manganese dioxide, and already we know that rechargeable batteries, some cell phone batteries like that, rechargeable batteries will be there. Those rechargeable batteries can be prepared from nickel and cadmium. Recharge batteries. Recharge batteries we can use as nickel and cadmium. And one more example also there, that is TiO. TiO means titanium oxide. TiO is used in pigment industry. Pigment industry, you make a note, this also very important. TiO. TiO is used as in pigment industry, and MnO2 is used as dry battery cells. Dry battery cells we are using MnO2. Nickel cadmium we can use in rechargeable batteries, and TiO, titanium oxide, is used as pigment industry. Iron and steel, these two are the construction materials. Construction purpose we require some material, that material is called as iron and steel. And stainless steel is used to the preparation of utensils, and large number of articles we should prepare from this large number of articles. And one more important point was regarding D block elements, that is 2B group elements. This is also important. 2B group. What are 2B group? Copper, silver, gold. These copper, silver, gold are said to be coinage metals. Copper, silver, gold are said to be coinage metals. Copper, silver, gold said to be coinage metals. But now the silver and gold are restricted to collection of coins. Now these two elements are restricted. Silver and gold are restricted to collection of items. Nowadays, due to that, instead of silver and gold, they can mix it with copper and nickel and steel, or coinage it is, or copper and nickel are said to be what it is, UK coins. UK coins. So you should remember this point, my dear students. Second B group elements are said to be coinage metals, copper, silver, gold. Copper, silver, gold are said to be coinage metals, but nowadays in UK, some other countries, they restricted to collect items with respect to the silver and gold. Instead of that, they can use copper, nickel, steel, coinage metals, or copper, nickel. Copper, nickel is also called as coinage metals. Those are called as UK coins. UK coins, and these are the general important applications regarding D block elements. Some more applications also there. Those applications are expressed in the form of catalysis. Many moreover reactions takes place with respect to the catalyst, and particular compound we required. That particular compound we required means which catalyst we have to select. That catalyst is belongs to D block element only. That catalyst belongs to D block element. So here you should first revise these points: iron, steel, constructing materials, stainless steel, utensils, and large number of variety articles we can prepare from stainless steel, and MnO2, dry battery cells, nickel cadmium recharges batteries, and TiO, pigment industry, and the second B group elements are called as coinage elements. Nowadays silver and gold are restricted to collection of items. Instead of that, we can introduce nickel, that is considered as UK copper coins. This point was there in your text, so you should read that text. And some more important points are there regarding this D and F block elements. So those are, because of these uses we expect for entrance. They should pigment industry, which compound can be used? In pigment industry, what will be the answer? Answer is TiO. TiO we can use in pigment industry like that. Clear? MnO2 is used as what? MnO2 is used as what? It is dry battery cells. And next is a catalyst. Number 1 is V2O5. V2O5 is called as vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium pentoxide we can use in contact process. This process is called as what it is? Contact process. Manufacturing of sulfuric acid. Manufacturing of sulfuric acid, the equation is 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas equilibrium 2SO3 gas. What will be the catalyst in this example? Vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium pentoxide is used as a catalyst in the contact process. Contact process is used to the preparation of sulfuric acid. Clear? And second one is iron, finely powdered. This is a Haber's process. Haber's process, preparation of ammonia. The equation is N2 gas plus 3H2 gas equilibrium 2NH3 gas. Here catalyst is iron. Finely powdered iron. Finely powdered iron is used as a catalyst in Haber's process. Haber's process we can use iron. Number 3 is nickel. Number 3 is nickel. Hydrogenation of oils or oil hydrogenation. Hydrogenation of oils. So it is oil plus H2 gas in the presence of nickel. It is solid. Solid means vanaspati ghee. Vanaspati ghee. This reaction is called as hydrogenation of oils. This hydrogenation of oils required, the catalyst is nickel. Clear? Contact process, vanadium pentoxide. Haber's process, finely powdered iron. Finely powdered iron. And hydrogenation of oils, nickel is used as a catalyst. And some more catalysts are there. Those are also used in the preparation of some organic compounds. What are the other examples? Next example is number 4, very important. This is expected question for entrance. Number 4 is a very important expected question for entrance. So it is not visible. Okay, just a moment. So you should make a note regarding these 3 examples, followed by 2 more examples are there. We should discuss about that. 4 and 5. Number 4 is very important. This is, make 1 star for this. TiCl4 plus Al(C2H5) taken thrice. TiCl4 plus Al(C2H5) taken thrice. This is called as a titanium tetrachloride, triethyl aluminum. Triethyl aluminum and titanium tetrachloride. This is called as a Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Ziegler-Natta catalyst, which is used to the preparation of polythene. Polythene means polythene papers and polythene covers. This point was there in where it is polymers. In polymers, a little bit explanation was there regarding this. So this is a manufacture of polythene. Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Ziegler-Natta catalyst, the formula is TiCl4 plus Al(C2H5) taken thrice. triethyl aluminum. Very, very important. This is a expected question for entrance. Clear? And one more is there, PDCl2. PDCl2 palladium chloride. This is the ethyne to ethanol. This process is called as Walker's process. Walker's process, palladium chloride. Palladium chloride is used as a catalyst in Walker's process. What will be the use of the Walker process? Means Walker's process which can use it to conversion of ethyne alkyne to aldehyde. Conversion of alkyne conversion to aldehyde, we can use Walker's process, palladium chloride, and titanium tetrachloride and triethyl aluminum is said to be Ziegler-Natta catalyst, which can use it in the manufacture of polythene. Polythene is used as papers, polythene covers, different type of plastic materials. All plastics are belongs to polymers. All plastics are belongs to polymers. So these are the applications in catalytic stream. In catalytic stream, these 5 are the examples, and in batteries and in construction materials. So in the preparation of coins, we can use different type of examples regarding the D block elements, and followed by F block elements. If we are going to F block elements, already F block elements in this one we know that number one is mish metal. We discussed already this. Mish metal is nothing but 95% of lanthanides plus 5% of iron. What are the tracers? Aluminum, carbon, silicon, sulfur. These are the tracers. 95% of lanthanides and 5% of iron. In this 95% of lanthanides, 40% cerium I said. 40% cerium, 44% lanthanum and ytterbium. Remaining will be the lanthanides. So these are the, this can be also splitted. Majority is cerium, lanthanum and ytterbium. Out of this 95%, 85% occupied by lanthanum, cerium, ytterbium. So what about the important use of this? Means lanthanides are main important uses to preparation of alloys. Magnesium based alloy is used to the preparation of bullets. I said it is bullet. We have to prepare bullets, means we require mish metal. Magnesium based mish metal. Magnesium based mish metal is used to the manufacturing of bullets and shells. Already we discussed. So about this, it is to preparation of bullets and lanthanide oxides. Lanthanide oxides are used in television screens, phosphorin. Television screens. In television screens, we can use this lanthanide oxides, TV screens, and catalyst in cracking of petroleum. In petroleum industry, cracking process was there. Under cracking process, we can use lanthanide oxides. And in TV screens also lanthanide oxides are used. And mish metal is one of the alloy. Magnesium based mish metal is used to the manufacturing of bullets and TV screens, and some more lanthanides are used to the preparation of gas light will be there, gas light. On gas light, one white thread, white color ribbon will be there. That ribbon is called as mental. That mental is also prepared from this lanthanides only. So these are the important applications. And what about F block elements? What about actinide importance? Means especially actinides are used as fuel, nuclear fuels. Thorium, you know that thorium, uranium, protoactinium, all are used as nuclear fuels only. Nuclear fuels in nuclear chemistry, atomic chemistry. In atomic chemistry, those are used as fuels. So my dear students, so this was the information regarding D and F block elements. I hope you understood, and keep in touch with NCERT, because of if you are neglect NCERT, then it was very difficult. So stay with NCERT and read the concept what was there in the text. Once you observe the 2020 paper, more questions, not total 45 questions from NCERT book only. So don't be neglect. So read the concept, then definitely you will be success. Clear? And the read. What about that? Especially the special properties of D block elements, characteristic properties. I said n in 10 plus 2 magnetic properties. Some elements exhibit color, some are transition elements exhibit complex compounds, catalyst behavior, interstitial compounds. What are the properties of interstitial compounds, and uses. We should concentrate, and preparation and properties of KMnO4 and K2Cr2O7. Those are all very important for board as well as examination point of view. So don't neglect, and read proper and apply the skills to solve the bits. Clear it is. Then only you will be in success graph. Then never can be stop your victory. If you are going this proper preparation, proper program, if you are followed, there is no failure in your life. I think it is. There is no failure. Not think this is. There is no failure in your life. So I hope you understood, and be confident. Be confident and be practical. Don't by heart the subject. Stay with us. Stay safe. I wish you all the best. Thank you.